All right. All right. Hello, you all. Today, this is going to be an interactive video. You all are going to see me use this website. It's called Big Future, and it's part of College Board, right? So you all are going to see me use it, utilize it, show you tips on how to just find that right fit for you all. So this is what I'm going to be doing today, and I'm just so happy that you all are tuning back in. You all are here. It makes me so happy. So let's get started. First, if you want to, you're more than welcome to make an account. I made an account a few days ago, y'all, but y'all lost my doggone password. I didn't put it on my sticky note, and I use sticky notes to remember stuff, and it's not there, y'all. So, oh no. So let's get started. All right. So we're gonna start searching for some colleges, right? So on this side, it's all right here, right? You can show the type of colleges that you want. These are all filters you can use when you're just trying to figure out which one you should take. Um, so let's do this. So, you have your test scores and selectivity, right? So if certain schools have a certain SAT score or just have a certain pretty much acceptance rate, you can use that, right? These are tools you can use, but we really don't have a preference right now, right? And then we can do the type of schools, right? There are many types of schools, um, right? You have your 2 year, which is your community colleges. You have your 4 year, which are your major universities. And I just want to break this up too, with the university part. So you can have your public university, right? So your public university is going to be just your schools within your district. So it's more, say for instance, Texas Tech, right? You have Texas Tech, you have UT Austin. These are your public institutions, right? And I want to break that up too, because then you have it's many types of colleges, and there are colleges sometimes based on your race, right? So you have the HBCUs. So these are Howard, Clark Atlanta, Spelman. Like those are all your big major HBCU colleges, right? So if you were to want to pick an HBCU college, you would probably go for the 4 year, right? The 4 year college of university, right? Because most of those are 4 year universities. They won't be your 2 year. I know y'all knew that, but just letting y'all know. And then on here, they have it where you can do it by size, right? I know some of y'all come from just different walks of life. So if you're wanting to do just, I know when I transitioned, I kind of wanted that interpersonal relationship with my professors or my classmates. I was like, oh, I want to go small. But then I was like, yeah, taking me money, I'm gonna take, right? And Texas Tech is like this very large institution. We have about 40,000 students. So those are one of your big ones. If you want to go to a private college, I know Austin College is small. It's a private. What do you call it? A private. It's on my tongue. I can't say it, but it's a private, pretty much literary school. Yeah, it's a private like literature school like that. Those are your fine arts schools, right? So those are relatively small. If you're looking to do any professional slash trade school, so um, that's pretty much it. Can be tied to like the community college because it's almost similar. Instead, you're just focusing on a specific task, right? You're just focusing on a specific career. So that can be just pretty much kind of like your culinary arts schools, right? You want to go to school to be a chef, that's a school you can do that for. That's that trade school. If you want to go to you want to be a mechanic like that, that's kind of like your 2 year schools, right? 2 year slash community college, those are those fits, right? Cosmetology school, like just whatever, right? This is the college search. This is part two. This is what we're gonna be doing, all right? There are schools that's tailored towards your sex, If you want to go to all girls college, you can do that. If you want to go to all men college, you can do that. There are co-ed institutions. Majority of them are co-ed institutions. And also, if you have like a preference you want to use um, for just like your religious affiliation, if you want to go to a school that's tailored on, just Christianity and those beliefs, you can do that. Like it's just a variety range of colleges that you can do, and I just want to help y'all find your right fit, right? So that's what we're doing. This is our series. Second, right? You can do your location. Where do you want your college, right? How long, like how far you want to be from your mom, right? If you don't like your family, you might want to be a million miles, right? You can do select. You can select whatever. Like it's 3,000 miles. It's pretty far, but if you don't like them, like just leave. If you don't want to be dealing with them, like you can leave. Um, Tech is about 300 miles from Dallas. So I say it's about a 5.5 hour drive. And you can find them by state or region, just all that. This is what all the filters would look like. Let me go back up. Oops. And I'm going to walk y'all through one too. We're going to do one together. It's going to be fun. I'm just going over all the filters for y'all. It's all kind of self-explanatory, but I'm just trying to be a little bit effective. And then you have your campus housing, right? So your campus houses is just where you want to stay, right? You can stay on campus. So here's how it is. Most institutions would rather you prefer, like if you're going in as a freshman, they would rather you be how can I put it? They'd rather you stay on campus and be a resident, right? So they rather you stay on campus housing. But if you're of age and like you're like 23 or something, and I know none of you are like that, but I'm giving y'all just examples. So if you're like 23 and you're like, you know what? I had it. I want to stay pretty much by myself. You can do that, right? So when you're thinking about what college works best for you during a college search, do you want to be in a rural community? When it's like nothing but trees, right? And then wind. Do you want to be a suburban neighborhood? Or do you want to be in an urban? Do you want to be in a big city, right? Are you accustomed to like in Dallas, right? Do you want to go to New York? Do you want to go to Juilliard, right? Those are all those just all those things to take in place when you're thinking about during this college search what works best for you, right? And then we have residential commuter campus, right? So with that being said, it's kind of like I said, most students will live on campus. If you don't have a car, it's best you live on campus. Just depend if you're in a rural community like Lubbock, sometimes it be kind of rural, like surrounded in university, everything is there. But when you move further out, like I moved, I want to say probably about 20 minutes away from the university. So it's guaranteed you need a car to get around, right? If you're in a rural neighborhood, right? However, if you're in an urban city and you want to stay off campus, that's probably more flexible for you, and it'll be more affordable sometimes, right? If you have a car, it'll work best for you. Um, and again, just going over what we already talked about on campus housing, it's pretty much guaranteed for most first year students. It's just dependent on the university you apply for. I believe if you stayed in the city or in whichever college you're applying for more than a year, they'll let you live off campus. But if not, y'all gotta stay on campus. And these are just the types of housing. So it's co-ed housing. If you're a male, you're just looking to stay with all men, you can do that. If you're a woman, you're looking for to stay with a woman, to stay, within that gender range, you can do that. Um, Also, I forgot to point this out. This is so important. I know none of y'all are married yet, but they do have apartments on campus for students who are married or for students who have those special accommodations, right? They have that for meet your needs, including the special housing for disabled students, especially for international students. We have our own place for them. If they're looking just to be around that community and have that support, they have that. Also for the wellness housing, I know none of y'all do this, so good. But they do have that housing for students who need that environment to be alcohol, drug, smoke free. They have that environment. Um, and yes, cars are allowed on campus. You just gotta pay that fee. I think it's like, I want to say it's $10 a month. So if you stay there, I don't know. It's just depending on where you go. All right, y'all. So next, they have all these filters. So you can filter based on which major you want to have, which major you want them to have. So it's all this. You want the social sciences. That's kind of like what I did. It could be like political science. It can be sociology. Um, I know a lot of y'all, okay, arts and humanities, right? So that can be, I know some of y'all are good at painting. I know some of y'all are good, and humanities is a whole region itself, but it's a whole, like, overarching type thing with the art. So you can do that. If you want to do business, interdisciplinary studies, that's just, this is, so I want to point this one out. So interdisciplinary studies is when you go in and you have a range of things you want to do, you could do it yourself, right? So if you were to go in, if you wanted to major, let's say in, okay, let's do me. If you want to major in sociology, you want to major in communication studies, and let's add a cute one, if you want to major in music too, right? Those are three fields that you can choose and you can do it at your own pace. So it's not like you're triple majoring because they all encompasses into one degree, right? So it's not like you got 3 degrees, right? You just have 3 degrees you want to choose from, and you can all make that. It's all self-based. It's pre-designed, so you design your own degree, basically. That's what that means. Um, and your study, sorry, what happened? All right, let me go down. Sorry. And then you have your study options. So if you want a double major, like I said, you can do that. If you want to study abroad, you want a university that you want to study abroad, you want the ROTC, you want the liberal arts, you want the independent study, like whatever you want. You want distance learning, with COVID, you want to just take it all online, you can do that. And then if you're looking to, and then the good thing about college too, I want to point out, is you can design your own schedule, right? So if you want to do evening classes and morning classes, sorry, yeah, you want to do evening class and morning class, you can do that. If you just want classes on Saturdays, on the weekend, you can do that. You can find that fit. But it all just works best for you, right? I know some students just have classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, they're off, right? And then you're off on the weekend too, unless you have a Saturday class, right? Like it's just finding whatever works for you. Um, so let's get a little bit selective because I want to do one with y'all, right? All right, so let's just do this verbatim, right? All right, so some of y'all like sports, right? So let's be specific because we want to get our range down. So again, this is over almost 4,000 college options this site has for you, right? So we want to be so specific so we can find a few schools to look at, right? So let's say women, so let's go all out with it. And let me see. All right, let's do volleyball, right? So, what this is telling us is we want a women's volleyball team, and it's a must have. Like, you gotta have it, or we're not going, right? And then for our activities, let's say we want a college that has music, right? So, we want our choral groups. We want to dance. What else? Y'all want? We can do. We want a radio station. We want theater, we want concert band too, because we want to be a part of it. And we want a student newspaper, right? And then for Greek lives, we don't care too much, but just for we gonna do it, right? Because we want to get our number down, right? So this is all in the sports and activities section, right? Let's see what we have now. You remember we're up to like almost over 3,700. Now we have 522 results, right? Because we want to get this down. We want to find that right fit for us, right? So let's do academic credit, right? Um, Most of these is pretty much your AP classes. So I know some of you all were taking AP classes in school. If you get credit, you want that to transfer. That these are these are like the specifications you want to put on there, and also your dual credit. So it'll be transfer credits from your dual credit. I know some of you are in high school and things, so it's something to think about. You want something that accepts your GED, like let's specify, right? Um, and also, let's talk about paying for college, right? And I'll dive a little bit more deeper in that later on. But let's put 100%. So we want a school because we're going to narrow this down to meet our needs by 100%. So let's do that. And then tuition and fees, it's normal. So we're going to put like 30,000. Is that on there? Let's see. Yeah, we'll go for. Ooh, that's 20. All right, that's 30. We'll go for school for 30,000. Yes, you want work study. Um, and this is okay. We don't want to do it all out like that. But let's see. With that 522, now y'all we're at 63. Okay. Um, and let's go up here. So if you want a school that's diverse, you can put that. If you want a school that has all the services, you can put that too. Let's go up, and we don't want to be selective about our test scores right now, right? And also just because I know I touched on our last video, but a lot of schools are waiving that SAT, ACT, and GRE requirements. So we don't want to put too much of that. But let's specify. Let's say we want a 4-year. We're gonna do a public. And do we have a specification? Let's do large. And we all want co-ed. We can do co-ed. And let's see what we got here. Okay, y'all, we're at 9 results. Let's see what they are. Let's see. Y'all. Texas. Y'all, Texas Tech is on here. I didn't even try to do that. Right? So Texas Tech is one of the schools that will pay 100% of your tuition if you make under 60,000 a year. If your parents make under 60,000 a year, Texas Tech has the rate of guarantee, and they will pay 100% of your tuition. So that can be with grants. We have the Texas grant. We have the Texas Tech grant. We have plenty of grants to give out to you. And they tell you your tuition and fees. So if you're in state, this will be your tuition for a year. That's pretty cheap, y'all. If you're out of state, this is be that. It's still pretty cheap. This is our enrollment for undergrad. It's 32,125, so it's considered large. Most applications are due August 1st. So that'll be with your Applied Texas application, and I'll walk y'all through that. Let me say, our next video, we can walk through the actual admissions process. We can walk through that financial aid process, so we don't have to come out of pocket too much, right? We can get everything paid for, right? And it's a 4-year university. It's co-ed. It's in an urban. It says it's in an urban city, but it's not. Like, it's not. It's too much wind. So yeah. So 87% of our sophomores return. So once the first year is done, we have an 87% rate of students returning back to finish their master's. I mean, not master's, but their bachelor's. So that's pretty big. You can do campus life. This site has like a lot of information for y'all to utilize. So it's predominantly white, like I said. It's about 6%. Don't let those numbers scare y'all. But these are the rates. Is this something that you're into? Good. If not, we can find you another. But I just want to show y'all on how when you filter these events, these things over here, you get lower results, so that you're not sitting at 3,000 and you don't know what you want to do yet. So again, this is a good website to have. I hope you all stay for the next video. As always, y'all be safe. safe, and y'all just have a wonderful time. And I'm so glad that you all are here. So yay! All right, bye.